Okay, so Leatherface, right? Leatherface.
Hmm.
Just the name, like, you hear that name and just something happens. I don't know about you, but
Oh, yeah, chill.
it's primal,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like that roar that chases the whole deal, and he's a burned into our minds as like a real, horror icon.
One of the greats.
Yeah. So that's why we're diving into this today, because it's kind of a big deal. The rights to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, they're up for sale.
Wow.
Yeah, up for sale.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah, so we're going to try and kind of figure out, like, why is this happening, like, right now?
Mhm.
Who are the players? Who might end up with this legacy? And then what could it mean, for
Yeah.
the future of this whole series? What's going to happen?
Yeah, where's Leatherface going? Who's going to take him home?
Exactly. So we've been digging into this article from Living Life Fearless, and it's got a lot of the details, the nitty-gritty details.
Yeah.
And apparently Legendary Pictures, they've had the rights since 2017, but they've gone back to Zeria Films.
Oh.
Yeah, and here's the thing about Zeria Films. You ready for this? This is like a full circle moment.
Okay.
It's partially owned by Kim Henkel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Co-writer of the original
Right back to the source.
1974,
Well,
like the OG.
The OG.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so that reversion of rights is kind of like the key to this whole thing. Because it seems like Legendary, they had it for a while, but they didn't actually do anything with it.
yeah, no new films or anything.
Right. So contractually, it goes back, and then Exervia is like, okay, let's get Verve involved,
Yeah.
the boutique agency, to
Damn.
kind of, shop this around.
Yeah. So this is a serious move. Like they're making moves. It's not just, water cooler talk. This is happening. And the article says there's significant interest
Oh, I bet.
in Hollywood, which, I mean, you think about it, like,
Yeah.
this is a powerful brand.
Still to this day, it's like you see that image,
Oh, yeah.
and you know what it is.
It's ingredient. So this is really interesting. Like when you think about it from like a bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
the studios these days, they want IP.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like
That's
it's all about IP.
Give me that IP.
Yeah.
Established intellectual property.
Yeah, because it's already there.
Yeah.
It's like people already know it. There's already like a fan base.
Yeah, you've got the name recognition.
Have to start from scratch.
Exactly. And that's so valuable in such a crowded market. You
Yeah.
know, like how do you stand out? Well, you go with something that people already know.
Exactly. So the article actually throws out some names, which is really interesting. J.T. Molnar directed Strange Darling.
Yeah.
Apparently he might be teaming up with Roy Lee,
Interesting.
the producer,
All right.
to like maybe make a bit.
Roy Lee, that's a big name, He's in The Ring and The Grudge.
Yeah.
So he seems to I don't know, he likes to kind of take these established horror properties and give them a modern twist,
Yeah.
And I think he sees that in Texas Chainsaw. Like, how do we make that speak to people today?
Yeah. And then there's another name the article mentions, Glen Powell.
Okay.
And he's actually from Texas,
Oh, wow.
which I think is really cool. And they say that he's very enthusiastic about this.
Yeah, so you've got that, personal connection to the material,
Yeah.
Maybe he can bring some authenticity to it, like a real respect for where it comes from.
Exactly. But now, okay, are you ready for this? This is where it gets really interesting. Andy Muschietti.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
He's also rumored to be, maybe interested.
Wow.
Okay. Now, this is someone who knows how to adapt,
Yeah, he's done it before.
beloved horror.
Exactly, and he's done it well.
He made it work.
Yeah, and if he were to do Texas Chainsaw, I mean, that would be huge.
Oh, yeah.
People would be expecting, a huge revitalization of the whole franchise.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you, how powerful this IP is.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about a film from 1974, and it's still, this hot commodity. It just shows you that staying power.
It's crazy.
Right. It's crazy. And the article mentions, this is all happening. We're seeing studios focusing so much on franchises.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like everything is a prequel or a sequel or a reboot.
We're living in the age of the franchise.
Right. What's going on?
I think it's about the money,
Yeah.
Studios, they want those guaranteed returns.
Makes sense.
So they go with what they know, what people already like.
It's a safer bet.
It's a safer bet. So yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre with a name like that. I mean, they're going to want to do something with that.
So looking ahead then, what are the options?
Oh, no.
What could they do with this? Where could they go?
So many ways you could go with this, right? I mean, a reboot would be interesting. You start fresh,
Yeah.
And you could maybe dive deeper into the Sawyers or just explore the themes, the isolation, the brutality. Sequels are always an option,
Yeah.
continue the story. New victims, new survivors.
New people to torture.
Exactly. Or even like a whole expanded universe.
Oh, wow.
Like prequels, spin-offs, maybe even a TV show.
A Texas Chainsaw TV show.
Yeah, why not? I mean, there's a lot there. I think the key is to kind of find that balance, you know? Respect the original, but also give us something new, something we haven't seen before.
Yeah. And the article, mentions this kind of briefly, but the franchise has a long history.
Oh, yeah.
And it's had its ups and downs, right? Like, since that first film in 1974, there have been a lot of attempts.
Many sequels.
Yeah, to like try to capture that magic again.
Yeah.
And some have worked better than others.
Some have been better than others. Let's just say that.
To put it lightly.
And I think part of the problem is, some of the sequels, they tried to explain too much.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why is Leatherface doing this? What's his motivation? What's the family all about?
Yeah.
And it kind of took away some of the mystery, The original is so effective because it's so unsettling.
You don't know why.
You don't know why they're doing it, and that's scary.
Yeah, the unknown.
Exactly. And then there's the most recent one, the Netflix film from 2022.
Yeah, that was something.
It got people talking.
It did get people talking.
But I don't think it really achieved what Legendary wanted it to achieve.
Yeah, it didn't really like set the world on fire.
It didn't.
And the fact that they didn't make another one after that
kind
of tells you something.
Yeah, like they weren't sure where to go next with it.
Yeah, they didn't have that confidence.
They didn't. And I think whoever takes over now is going to be looking at that, What did that movie do wrong? And how can we do it better?
It seems like everybody's watching this unfold. The article even says that like industry insiders and the hardcore horror fans, they're all like waiting to see what happens.
I think there's a lot of anticipation, but also maybe some anxiety,
Yeah.
People really love that original film.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a sacred text almost. And they want to see it done justice.
They don't want to see it ruined.
Exactly. But at the same time, I think people want something new, something scary, Something that really pushes the boundaries. So it's a tough job for whoever takes this on.
So, yeah, to wrap things up, the rights to a true horror icon, Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they're on the market.
They're out there.
Yeah. And there's a lot of interest from some big names, which just shows you the power of a good franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Especially in today's world.
Yeah.
It's all about franchises.
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 So this is a new chapter for Texas Chainsaw, a chance to maybe bring it back to life.
Maybe give it a new legacy.
Yeah, and everyone's watching to see what happens.
What direction will they go?
Yeah. So here's something to think about. Okay, just like a final thought. What would you do with this franchise? Like, what kind of vision would actually work? What would revitalize Texas Chainsaw for today's audience? But also, still respect the original.
Yeah.
What would be like the most surprising direction? What would really get people talking?
That's a good question. Yeah. I mean, would you go back to like that gritty, low budget feel?
Yeah.
Would you like explore the Sawyer family more?
Maybe.
Or is there something else, something completely different?
Something we haven't even thought of.
That's the question, right? Like, what's going to bring Leatherface back into our nightmares?
Into our nightmares. I like that.
I know, right? And that's our deep dive.
That's the deep dive.
See you next time.